Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Hope that you're all doing well. The messenger is here today, the 19th of September of 2023. I don't know why I need to always think of 2023 and not 2022. My mind keeps going there for some reason. I hope you're all doing well, and it is a Tuesday today, so the messenger is here. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I was off with a bit of a bug. As many of you know, I haven't been feeling that well, so I sort of took a little bit of time to slow down and take care. Thank you all for your beautiful messages and comments and thoughts and emails. Okay, as the moon is transiting through Scorpio, at this moment as we're doing the reading, it is in opposition to Jupiter, and Venus and Juno moving through Leo are in a T-square, so under a little bit of pressure. We know that Juno is the asteroid of commitment and marriage and contracts, and Venus and Juno are traveling together, both feminine archetypes. The moon is also a feminine archetype and is transiting through Scorpio at the 15th degree. That's a very important degree, everyone, because it is pointing back to an eclipse that we had on the 8th of November of 2022. What was going on then for you? It's around eclipse. The eclipses are around October, November, so something powerful is going on, which is pointing to Venus and Juno in Leo. Remember, Leo is the heart. Okay, happy birthday if you're celebrating, my dear Virgos. It's almost Libra season. We're almost at the equinox. And so emotionally, of course, a dark moon in Scorpio at that 15th degree, which is a very important degree, in opposition to Jupiter. Jupiter is hope. Jupiter is expansion and growth in Taurus. But Jupiter is squaring over to Venus. Remember, Venus rules Taurus. So there may be a little bit of pressure of trying to figure out, is my heart in this? What is it that I'm hoping to expand on? Right? Emotionally, because the dark moon in Scorpio is all about those deep, hidden emotions. Right? And of course, an emotional, possibly transformation or change, where there's pressure. Venus is money and values and self-worth. Now, we've also got some beautiful aspects as, Mars through Libra is coming to sextile over to Venus. So there's good aspects too, my dear friends. So let's not give up on hope. We've got a difficult day on the 21st of September. We've got a very difficult configuration in the sky. It's a little bit progressed where the astrology is concerned, but it's, for those of you that are familiar with Thor's hammer, it's a very difficult and challenging aspect. So around midday UTC time, around 10 a.m. UTC time on the 21st. So try and work it out. Google it. What time is it for you in your country? Just be careful. There's a challenging aspect on the 21st. Today's the 19th, so in a couple of days. Dear Messenger, what is the guidance today? We've got the Fool card. The Fool card. So new journey opens up. We know that the Fool speaks to the Fool's journey. Something is starting. It is the energy of Aries for me, as Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. And of course, Aries is where the North Node is. So it may be a little bit challenging to take this leap of faith. Remember, this is also Uranus. Uranus is transiting through Taurus, a Venus-ruled sign, and soon Venus will be squaring over to Uranus, so we'll be forced or pushed over that ledge, over that cliff. It's like the hand of Spirit and God saying that it's time. Excuse me, I've still got that cough. Even though there are challenging aspects, there are very positive aspects coming through, as well as now Mercury and Venus, which are personal planets. They are direct. Okay. And we are dealing with a lot of karmic stuff. There might also be some sort of a sacrifice that we're needing to make. Mars in Libra, pertaining to us and not only I. Where there is no us, that's where the South Node is in Libra. And Mars, which rules Aries, is challenged to continue on his journey. Maybe also the divine masculine needs to sacrifice. There's a lot of strength in the feminine archetype right now. We've also got Eris, the goddess of, she's the asteroid of chaos, right? She's the feminine archetype that speaks up. She's on the North Node. So a lot of fated events. We are connecting also very strongly to Chiron through Aries. Chiron is the wounded healer. He's in a very good aspect to Venus. Venus and Juno. And there's a very strong focus on how we speak. Mercury now has turned direct. How do we communicate? Are we stuck on the details, or are we looking at the bigger picture? Jupiter says we need to look at the bigger picture. There are many blessings out there. Let's see what Spirit is bringing us. I just love talking astrology to you. I hope you appreciate it. Please comment and let me know if you like listening about what's going on in the sky. Excuse me. Just got a tickle in my throat. So what's going on? And that's what's going on with me, as I shouldn't be talking too much, but I love to share knowledge and share my wisdom with all of you. Let's see what's going on in the ethers, because that's what is mirrored down to us. 4 of Cups, the Hierophant, 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the 7 of Pentacles. We've got Taurus and Virgo here. A lot of earthly matters, money matters. We do see quite a few Pentacles, 2, 5, and 7. Emotionally, we're not happy in a certain situation. Could be in a job, could be in a family, could be with what we've been taught, what we've been raised under, our beliefs, maybe even our religion. Some of us may be also looking at who we've been up to now. What is it that's been? Where have we been? Receiving our guidance from? Is it our path? Is it what speaks to us personally? Right? We know that the Hierophant can speak to family, can speak to very strong conservatism and stuck energies. That's why we've got Uranus in Taurus. Taurus is a fixed earth sign. It speaks to values. It speaks to a feel-good energy. Remember, it is a Venus sign. So have we been resourceful on the path that we believed was the right path for us? Whether that's a relationship, whether that's a marriage or a contract or a job, right? Because we see that we're like in two minds here. We've got a 2 of Pentacles, things being up in the air. There's choices to be made, decisions, adjustments, because we've been feeling left out in the cold. 5 of Pentacles, feeling as though there's a lack, a sense of lack where we've been, what we've believed in up until now. And we find ourselves like the hermit in our cave, going inwards, trying to see the light, looking for the guidance. This could also speak to you For some of you, I mean, both the Hierophant and the Hermit could be different advisors, different counselors, different teachers. This could be a decision where emotionally or even physically you haven't felt safe and secure in a situation. Is it in a home? Is it where your resources or your property or the home you've purchased? I mean, Taurus does speak to resources. It does speak to what it is that we own. You've been following traditions. Was that your correct path? This is sort of what we're looking at. It's like we're at a juncture. The Seven of Pentacles is very strongly the Capricorn energy. And Capricorn is what we're working towards. Remember, Capricorn is at the top of the chart. It's a cardinal earth sign. So change where materialistic things in our life or practical matters are concerned, we're at a dilemma. Do we keep investing in what we've been investing in because emotionally we haven't been happy? The Four of Cups also speaks to missed opportunities for me. And of course, remember, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the lord of timing and karma. And, you know, Capricorn is depicted by the devil in the tarot, which can speak to a cycle. It's with all these retrogrades. Still, so many outer planets are retrograde. It's like we're looking for the answers. What do we do? That's why retrogrades happen, so that we could see where we've been, what we've been invested in, whether it's a love relationship. I mean, there could be a spiritual connection here with two people that come from different areas of the world, different beliefs, different, having been raised differently. We've got fixed earth here and we've got mutable earth here, which the cards are saying, be flexible, don't be rigid. And through being open to change, as we've got a 5 and a 9, the Hermit comes before the Wheel of Fortune, remember. Be flexible. And whatever it is that you've been enlightened about, speak your truth. The Queen of Swords is very Libran energy, very much the Libra archetype. We're coming up to the Libra season, which is all about the mind. It's our perception. It's seeing clearly. Now today, you won't be seeing clearly today as the sun is right opposite Neptune. But the sun can also, for me, it's like the sun dries up the clouds of Neptune. The possibility that we may, through even our higher selves, because remember Neptune in Pisces, in its home sign, can speak to the divine and to spirit. Pay attention to what spirit will communicate with you, any signs that come through. Yes, Neptune can be the illusion, but the fact that Virgo is very good with the details. Now Mercury is direct, we can see what we've missed. We could see the details, we could read the fine print. Okay, this is perception, this is intelligence. And of course, we could be talking about legalities as the Hermit and the Hierophant. They can be advisors. I mean, the Hermit could be a detective. The Hermit could be someone who works in law, right? He could also be a doctor. It is the Virgo season. So I'm going to say here, if you've gotten two opinions from two gurus, two teachers, two advisors, maybe get a third opinion, okay? Maybe if you're stuck and you're right here, get a third opinion with whatever it is you're dealing with. Three of Wands. Three of Wands is all about expansion and growth. Three of Wands is also, I've made my choice and I've been working on something. Now I'm waiting on those ships to come through. And that's what the Seven of Pentacles could also be. That, okay, I've invested so much effort into something. I've worked really hard on something. Will those ships, will my dream, will my wish be fulfilled? When is that change going to come through? My goodness. Void, of course, moon and missing. A void, of course, moon means that there's no aspects with the moon. So something's missing. Could be a detail. And because it's the moon, yes, it could speak to the past. Could be connected to last year's eclipse around the 8th of November. Something's missing. Something went missing. But it's also the moon is needing to trust your intuition. It could speak to property, yes. Because the moon is, it rules naturally the 4th house of our, what is it that we own? Our property, our home, our personal life. Something is secretive, something has been missing, some details are missing. It's like needing to do the detective work at this time, but the detective work could be done through your higher self, if not through practical measures and through the guidance of someone else. So speaking of missing right now, many of you know Eros has gone missing. I had some news on the weekend. I was told that he was seen either up the road or down the road, like he's been taken in, he's been kept. It's like something's missing and something will be found. I do still hold some hope, fingers crossed, that he will show up at the right time. But anyway, void, of course, moon. There's something maybe that we're not meant to know right now. We've got Neptune and sacrifice. Remember how I was talking about sacrifice with Mars coming up to the South Node in Libra? Neptune can speak to magic, but it can also speak to the illusion. Remember, Neptune in Pisces is very strong. And yes, it does speak to sacrifice. It does speak to release. We do see Neptune here. We've got a number 10. For some of you, you may be not wanting to sacrifice a dream, sacrifice some sort of magic that you've been hoping to manifest before. And it's hard to take that leap of faith. It's like not wanting to cut that cord, something that's sort of holding you back. Could be the case. Mars and force. Remember what I said about being pushed over that ledge. Mars and Neptune. And I'm going to say also because the void, of course, the moon can also speak to our physical body. And if you're not feeling 100%, it's like something's telling you, go get a checkup. It is the Virgo season. If something is missing, some sort of a detail, something's not right, make sure that you check that out. Get a third opinion. Mars and Neptune, when they interact in a good aspect, can be quite magical, but when they're in a tough aspect, it could speak to challenges where health is concerned. Now, this could also be because there's been illusion. This could be self-illusion, if not illusion from another. And Mars and force, being forced to take action, being forced to do something that you're not clear about. We've got Black Moon Lilith, mystery, and Lilith is in Virgo, but Virgo's good with the details, remember? And she's in a good aspect to Jupiter. Remember that Black Moon Lilith? She was banished from the Garden of Eden because she did not want to adhere to the rules and regulations from Adam, or she didn't want to be beneath. She wanted to be respected. She wanted equality, and that's what Libra is about. And she is a very strong, sexual, raw, feminine energy. very similar to Eris that I was talking about. And we've got solar eclipse and revolution, everyone. So, yes, we've got a solar eclipse ahead of us on the 14th. A new moon in Libra. Remember, Libra is where the South Node is. So, where there's been no respect, where there's been too much illusion or even deception. Some of us may be forced, okay, to take action. Forced to do something, forced to sacrifice something. But we've got Mars in force and a revolution. And we know that Black Moon Lilith, she kicked up the dust. She revolted against the rules and regulations, whatever they were, because they were unfair in her opinion. Okay? So, a lot to do with very powerful feminine archetypal energies, maybe also in opposition to the masculine. And as I said, there's a lot of feminine strength. We've also got the strength of the mind, not only the power from within. Okay, let's see what the Lenormand has for us today. Now remember, if there's been a mystery concerning your life, something in your life, the solar eclipse, remember that with a new moon, of course, a new moon is also, it's a dark moon, but it's an amplified new moon. And because it's happening in a Venus-ruled sign, which is Libra, and it is with the South Node. Now remember also that opposite in Aries is the North Node, which is a Mars-ruled sign. So it's like we're having the opposition of the divine feminine to the divine masculine. But the divine masculine is on the South Node. And the South Node is something that we're needing to shed. It's challenging. The North Node is like a Jupiterian energy. So I guess it gives the divine feminine archetype that masculine power. Yeah? So power and strength. Even though it's hard to reach the North Node, we know that. Let's see what's going on, because the solar eclipse, remember, it's the light being blocked out. So we need to use our intuition. Eclipse energies are already here. Remember, we've already had a new moon in Virgo. Now this is going to be the new moon in Libra. So the next new moon on the 14th, but it's already playing out. There's going to be some sort of a revolution and also some sort of clarity. Okay, as the moon is going to start to build and wax and grow, we will start to have the understanding of what that is about. Let's see what's going on. We've got the King of Cups. We've got the home, the house. This is moon in Cancer, so someone's safety or someone's traditions or someone's home or family. This speaks to permanency. We've got the moon. The moon has showed up quite a lot. Quite a lot. 8 of Cups. So I'm going to say King of Cups could be someone that is leaving traditions, breaking customs, breaking traditions, going against the grain, even though it's not easy. 8 of Cups, the moon, and the moon could speak to, of course, in the Lenormand, it could speak to our emotions or pertaining to our subconscious or things that are hidden, right? This could also speak to someone fantasizing or dreaming of taking an emotional journey, leaving something where they did not find their happiness. And it can also speak to nighttime. We've got the mice. So a lot of worry, a lot of stress, and maybe feeling as though there's been some sort of an injustice It is the Seven of Wands. And Seven of Wands gives someone the upper hand. And of course, this could speak to deficiency and health, emotional or physical. So emotional, like an emotional darkness or shadow moment that this King of Cups could be going through. That a King of Cups could be a Scorpio, Cancer, or a Pisces. We do have some, we've got the Four of Cups here, so we do have water here. Seven of Wands gives someone the upper hand. Remember, the mice can also speak to something eating away at this King of Cups psyche, or this could be information that's missing, that's eating away at you pertaining to a King of Cups. Let's see. We've got the Whip, which is conflict, external, internal, could speak to legalities. Seven of Swords. And we've got the Letter, so information coming in, which could be challenging, which could relate to some sort of arguments or opposing energies or challenging communication or finding out things pertaining to a King of Cups, secrets that they've been holding back on from you. Seven of Swords is like either intelligence or things that have been hidden. So oh, I'm so sorry. I do apologize. I had to cough. I was saying information pertaining to secrecy, things that have been hidden. It can relate to home, it can relate to the past, it can relate to someone's financial happiness or security as well. And we've got the dog, the Ten of Hearts, and the dog does speak to loyalty, speaks to friendships as well, but also what can I say with a dog? This could speak to being devoted, and a gesture of friendship, something that's coming through, some sort of communication. I don't know if this is also a friend that may be helping in a situation. This could be if there's been no communication with someone, there's been some misunderstanding, some gossip because of third parties. This could be something that will be revealed. It could be through a friend. It could be like a white flag that is raised. The dog is number 18, which is also the number of the moon. So something possibly being communicated during the night time. We've got the stars. And the night time, yes, could be very important as a moment when the stars are out. Excuse me, just drinking some water. Now, the stars does speak to Aquarius energy. It could speak to social media. It is the Six of Cups, which can also speak to nostalgia, innocence, a soulmate connection, some sort of a wish fulfillment after a lot of conflict and doubt and injustices because of other people. Interesting. I want to take some, just 3 Sibillas on this Seven of Pentacles, which is the outgoing card. I'm going to say here, someone's been forced to do something maybe that they did not want to do, and they have not shared that with you. But the solar eclipse will bring the resolution or the understanding, the clarity. We've got the Three of Cups and the Belvedere, waiting on someone's arrival or waiting on arrival of some news. Three of Cups can also speak to reconciliation or news, good news coming through from friends. Okay. We've got the stanza, the Ace of Pentacles, and news that was hidden, things that were going on behind a closed door will come through. Ace of Pentacles is something long-term. It is something that's promised. It's an opportunity. So yes, the news could come through from a friend, or some news is arriving, and a lot of things will be cleared, and you will have the clarity pertaining to things that were going on behind closed doors. And we've got the Namika, so you will find out about someone's challenges. The Namika is like the enemy. Her mask is coming off. This could also speak to third parties and finding out that maybe also a friend not being a friend and being an enemy, or being very competitive. Now, the news that comes through could be quite challenging, but it could be also very much of a release or a relief, because the Namika is very similar to the Queen of Swords for me. This could also be clarity after an illusion. And we've got Ace of Swords and Dispiacere. Ace of Swords can be reckoning, a double-edged sword. These could be tears of joy or tears of sadness, but nevertheless it is clarity. We've got the Jealousy, Eight of Swords, third parties. Eight of Swords is like someone's perception of feeling blocked. These could be regrets. Regrets. Someone having regrets pertaining to the past. Maybe because of misconceptions. Let's see what's going on in love with this little love oracle I want to take today. What is possibly going on in love? We have the Ten of Cups here. A successful marriage or a passionate love affair. Some news comes in. She's holding a letter. We've got the letter there as well. Now, remember, I'm not taking reversals in these cards. So whether this is successful, a successful marriage or a contract, or an unsuccessful, we will know with the second card. It is something is promised here. Because the stalk brings new cycles. It could be about a transition or change. It speaks to the aces. So new opportunities come in through news that could be quite challenging. These could also be news about Ten of Cups, right? Which is also here. Could be speaking to the end of a possible contract or a marriage concerning another person. Wow. And we've got the Death. This is like the Death card, which speaks to something being broken down. It's the Death card. Remember, the Death card speaks to an ending and a possible new beginning. Remember, the moon is transiting through Scorpio as we're doing this reading. It can speak to, if this was retrograde, could speak to a glimmer of hope. But it can also speak to a big effort that is needed to revive something. Let's take one more. We've got the Lily. And the Lily is like the Judgment card and Temperance. Now, this could speak to a very passionate love affair that's brought a lot of changes to someone, that is helping someone transition through a death process, or an unsuccessful marriage, may be pertaining to, because the stork brings the child, maybe someone being together because of having had a family, staying because of the children, But the death card, remember, it's like a major arcana. It's something that we cannot overcome. It is a natural process, but nevertheless, something is coming to an end, and we're going through a rebirth. And the lily speaks to Chiron in Virgo, so an open wound pertaining to someone's ethics or virtues or service. Remember, this is also a card of sexuality, but also wisdom. It does rule sex. So again, we've got the stork. We've got the stork, which obviously brings children through an intimate connection. There's the outcome generally is the death card, but this is also a card of purification through a death process. Remember, the 20 it's the judgment card, which is it's like a resurrection. It speaks to a resurrection, possible second chances, help coming through from spirit, but it's also about temperance, tempering yourself. That metamorphosis is happening here, right? And the lily also speaks to a spiritual connection for me. There's the whip again, and it's the 5 of Wands. So the 5 of Wands, remember, is 5 people, maybe, not speaking the same language. Chaos and conflict could be internal, could be external, but we do see where love is concerned. We see the divine feminine very upset. It's got to do with the divine masculine. We see the divine masculine here, the emperor or the king. The divine masculine has got regrets. Can you see that? The divine feminine has turned her back on the divine masculine. And it could speak to choices. Now, the 2 keys do bring up the Hierophant for me. Right? Remember, there's 2 keys in the Hierophant. Yeah? So there is conflict. And it's got to do with flirtation and an offer of love pertaining to this divine masculine. And the divine masculine, if that is the emperor, obviously this could be someone that's in another relationship. They could be a father. But we also see conflict, possible separation, breakups. The whip, that's what it speaks to, right? The whip is debates or opposition or objections or even arguments that may have brought an ending, may have concluded in an ending. But there are regrets from the divine masculine. That's what I see here. All right. Let's just I want to take one card pertaining to the psyche. One card. And we'll take a message from the wisdom of the oracle and complete this reading. We've got tribe. So tribe does speak to family, speaks to soulmate connections. Remember the elephants, they do support each other. They're very family orientated. This could be talking to, yes, family, your tribe. The tribe does not have to be family, it could be friends. Sometimes friends could be more than family, but they stick together. There is protection and there's great strength in the elephants, yeah? What is the advice, dear Spirit? Thank you, Archangel Michael. Today, the 19th of September, whenever this message is received, what is the message today? Soulmates, yes. Soulmates, let me show you the depiction. And we see support through another person. Yes, we've got a key. We've got a key. This penguin is holding a key. And it's a number 41, which equals a 5. Again, it brings up the Hierophant. Let's read number 41. And the key is Chiron. It is an open wound, but it's also a resolution. Harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. You are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It is always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you toward them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life, or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you'll be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. Where relationships are concerned, consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude or break you open so you will finally claim who you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate come to guide you home to the real you. Where prosperity is concerned, strategic alliances are most important right now as you begin to attract the perfect people to support your dreams. This is a journey you will share with others. Mentors, business partners, helpers, employees, creative partners, friends and strangers open doors for you and step through the portal to join you in a harmonic dance of collaboration, commitment and co-creation. This is what you've been waiting for. Beautiful, beautiful messages. Thankfully today, beautiful messages. I hope that speaks to you in some way. Pay attention to who enters your life, who is in your life at this time, dear friends. 6 of Wands, 3 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Six of Wands is Leo. Can speak to recognition. There's been recognition, but maybe the ships have not shown up yet. There will be clarity, there will be understanding. All right, darlings, I will let you go. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. It really does help the channel. I am wishing you well today, the 19th of September. Look after yourselves and give yourself a couple of days. I would say with the equinox, new season, give yourself a couple of days as the moon is going to finish transiting through Scorpio. Never an easy time. And thank you also for joining us on Patreon, or even considering, as October is going to be a very, very powerful month because of eclipses. There's a lot going on, so consider joining us so that you know astrologically what's going on up there and how that relates to our lives down here. Sending you lots of love and a special thank you to my patrons. Love to all of you. Namaste.